Hi there, I'm Matthew Riva, and I'm creating this video so everybody can get to know me, but also see the passion that I have for Jesus Christ and the movement of the church and how I choose to live my life. And to start off, I want to open up with a video of a compilation, real short, 30 seconds. And it's got an image of suffering, it's got some beautiful composition, and it's got some joy, it's got some really simple shots. It's like, what's that for? But all of it captures all the emotions that we go through in life. Sad, happy, stagnant, it doesn't matter because all the emotions are there. We go through all these stages, but one thing stays the same, and that's Jesus Christ. It's the kingdom. It can't be moved. It's constant. It's consistent. And so that's the purpose behind the beauty and suffering that we go through in life, that our God isn't moved. Which brings me to the point of worship. If God is everywhere, if God is consistent through all that we go through, how much hope do we have in that? And how much joy does it give us to go all around us and experience and worship Jesus Christ? Because we don't just worship, we can't just worship, and we shouldn't just worship Jesus Christ within four walls and under a roof. That's not right. He can't be bound to that. But yeah, we are to go out in our world, in our communities, in our jobs and schools, and embody the image of Christ, embody the characteristics that he lived as. We're to love people, share joy, share the gospel, and just encourage people through the words and affirmations that we are to give them. That when they look at us, they see an image of God. They don't see us, they see Jesus Christ. And that is worshiping him, honoring him. Which leads me to this idea of family and connection, that we are to do life relationally and intentionally with it, and to seek people to grow the family of the church, to grow God's family. And so in this next clip, I really want to point out that Joan, the girl crying, she's broken down now because she wanted a job so bad, but she burnt the relationship that meant most to her, her family member. She wasn't related to her, but she was truly family to her. And she ends up breaking down, and she goes to her. She humbles herself and goes to her and apologizes and seeks to reestablish that relationship because she has hurt her family member, and it hurts her deep inside because of that. Take a look.
I'm sorry. I'm a 2 out of 10 friend.
Make that a 1. Here, start chopping.
All right, and now notice that this idea of family and going out into the community, establishing that, it's so much more than just doing life. It's finding that purpose that our hearts, that our souls long for, and that is a purpose that Christ has given us because he seeks that relationship with us. And I think that that's why we are such a relational people, that deep down inside we long for more and more because we try to fill that void in our lives of this world, and it never works. And the reason is because our hearts, our souls, it wants that relationship. It's spending that time in community with other people that we find purpose. We can start to fill that void, and God is providing that. And so that to me is what family is. It's not just a friendship. It's not just a relationship, but it's that community of people that you find yourself wanting to be around and surround yourself with. And so I take great joy in it. And in this last clip, I really want to focus on Don. I absolutely love this because he had talked about that the American airplanes, every plane in the fleet had flown over the Ardennes forest on Christmas Eve. And it was for two purposes. One, it was to disconnect German communications in their radios. But the second purpose was to reestablish and reaffirm all the American troops that they had a relationship, that that community, that family, they were not broken. They may be suffering in different places and going through different things, but the family of the United States Army was strong, it was intact. And by dropping all that tinsel, they reminded all those troops, we are here for you, we are praying for you, we are your brothers and sisters, we are supporting you.
Why was that such a beautiful day? Here we are in the Ardennes forest, 30, 40, 50-foot trees, all pines, and all these airplanes going over, dumping all that tinfoil out. And so you can imagine what it looked like. Brilliant sunlight on the ice and snow. And it was just absolutely a pastoral scene. It was so pretty. But then the Germans reminded us fairly suddenly that the war was still on. So we got back in our foxholes and took cover.
A really good friend of mine actually said that we are God's mobile home. And I think that's so cool because we worship God wherever we go. We are God's church. And so thank you for taking the time for this video. Have yourself a blessed day.